welcome to another episode of the Google Business Buzz. We have a very special guest today. We have the illustrious Alcira Castrillo. Alcira Castrillo, how are you today? Thank you for joining us.
I am good. I am good. Happy to be here. Very excited to talk all things marketing.
That's right. That's right. We have a lot of updates to give our audience. The first one is that Jay is out because he has a new little baby, and we're very, very happy for him. He's out on PT, and I am proud uncle, and Elsair is a proud aunt, and we
Yay!
will be seeing him in our next episode. A very happy new father. So. Let's jump right in, Alcy. We have so much to talk about. The Google search landscape is changing. Um, can't really get around it. We have to face facts and see things how they are whenever you do a search, right? You're getting a different view. You're getting either AI overviews, you're getting local service ads. If it's not available for those industries, you're getting Google ads. You're getting different types of Google ads. You're seeing Google ads even in your Gmail now. Like I'm seeing these things, they look exactly like new messages, and I don't know whether or not to click on them. And then I click on them, it's like, ugh, they got me.
It's oops.
But it's all for the benefit of users and business owners. Every single one of those email ads are relevant. So, Alcy, take it away. Tell us how the landscape is changing as you see it.
Yeah. So first of all, I know it's scary. Let's put it out there. It's scary for us marketers, it's scary for business owners, it's scary for users. We are used to just seeing the sponsored ad on top and being able to click to a website. Now that's really not what we need. We actually need the service right away, right? If you're moving, if you have plumbing issues, if you have something that's an emergency and urgent service, right? You want to make sure that you're out there. You want to make sure that you're tackling everything. On our side of the house, right, on Google Ads, 'cause that's my product, we like to make sure that we position our clients as high as possible to the best intended users. We don't waste clicks, right? We want to hit the audience that's actually willing to convert. So that audience is actually interested in the specific service. Now, in some cases, we're going to see that we're being outranked by LSA, and that's totally fine. That's fine because it's not an emergency service. My side of the house tends to be a little bit more expensive because I need to work with demographics and audiences and tweaks and turns and so many different things to get you guys on top. Right. So that is one of, I think, the major changes that we've been seeing in the landscape. However, again, it's nothing to be scared of. It's actually an opportunity for business owners. It's opportunity to be on top with LSA if Dan from Dan's Plumbing Service. You want to be on LSA, you want to be on Google Ads, you want to show on the map pack, you want to have a really, really good organic ranking, right? A lot of people think like, yeah, I'm going to pay ads, but I'm not going to work on my organics. No, you have to. It goes hand in hand. You can't
Mhm.
run before you walk and you can't walk before you crawl. So you want to make sure that you're targeting everything and you're positioning yourself appropriately to be able to be visible for these people, right? Everybody, let's put it into perspective, right? Because I think that when we think of advertising, it's a lot of words just thrown out there. But if we think of we're a business owner, right? How can I get people to see me? How can I get people to actually search for my services? What services do I offer? Right? You want to make sure that you think of your audience itself. If your audience is an audience like a plumber, right? Everybody needs plumbing, right? Unless you live in an apartment complex, you don't have to worry about that. Thank goodness. But everybody needs it, right? The first thing that you're going to do, you hear your pipe singing and you're thinking, let me go to YouTube, right? Let me go to YouTube, see if I could fix this. I don't want to spend thousands of dollars on a little broken pipe, right? My fellow guys out there, yep, this is for you, right? You go to YouTube, right? You try to
Yeah,
figure out
for
what
sure.
is going on, right? At the end of the day, you get frustrated, you're not doing it, you close out and you say, hey, no, whatever. Start going into your Gmail because you brought that up. Or let's just start scrolling the web and start looking at ESPN or
Mhm.
newspapers or travel websites, anything, right? And you all of a sudden see these ads for ABC Plumbing and you remember, oh, that pipe was singing 3 days ago. I need to go back. I need to search. I need to do what's going on. And you start searching plumber near me. Guess what? Dan's plumbing service is on LSA right there, right up top. And guess what? He's 5 minutes away. He has that badge of trust. What are you going to do? You're going to call Dan and say, hey, buddy, I need you, right?
100%.
You have that track. You tried to do it yourself. We couldn't do it. Sometimes you can, guys. Not saying you can't. Sometimes you can.
Hey,
But
hey,
but
cuidado.
if you can't, and that's fine, you have the professionals. You have the certified professionals that are
That's
on
right.
Google. We have that badge of trust for a reason. And guess what? You came in through a funnel. You had Google Ads target you based on your interest. You saw our ads on YouTube, you saw our display ads, and now you're coming in converting still within Google with local services ads, right? So it comes into play when we think about it in real life scenarios, we can see the change and we say, oh, yeah, this actually does make sense, right? We want to make
That's
sure
so important.
that we're always top. Yeah.
Yes, like you describe that with such, precision. It's the customer journey, and you never know
Exactly.
where they're going to find you and when they're going to convert. Because they can find you, like you said, on search, and then you see an ad on YouTube, or maybe they're on social, and you're also using Meta, and that brand awareness is helping capture eyes, right? Eyes equal dollar signs. The more eyes are on your brand, the more opportunities it is to have conversions, to have people actually call and get those services or buy those products. Well said. Well said. Now it's also like you described that plumbing situation. I've been there. I really don't want to spend more than I have to. I just got a house. I'm a first time homeowner, and let's be real. Like things are tight. So when I do start to research an issue, it was mainly on YouTube until recently. Now I use AI, and AI is helping me like research an issue to know what it is about and maybe even fix it. Like I have been able to fix a few things using AI.
Yeah, and sometimes we don't even know, right? What one example that I give, it's a personal example for me, right? Before I knew how to drive a car, I knew all the toot 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 sounds that a car makes. I know how to change tires because thank goodness I was raised by a great dad and I have two amazing big brothers that taught me how to do that, right? There's a lot of people that will hear that toot 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 sound and have no idea what it is. Right. And we just don't know. We can go to AI, we can play the 222 sound on AI and it's going to tell us, "Oh, it's your radiator. Oh, it's this, it's that," right? And you have that and you can go and say, "Okay, I need a mechanic," or, "Oh, no, I just need a
Mm,
tire shop." Right? Before we didn't have that. We didn't have that opportunity to actually do it. And again, if we put it into life's perspective, me as a female, if I go to a mechanic and they think I don't know, I'm going to be upsold on so many things.
mhm,
Right? I have to go and say, "This is what I want because this is what AI tells me," right? So
mhm.
we have those cases like that. And if we put it into perspective, I want a mechanic that's going to be there, right? That I can call, that I can chat, that I can send a message to, that I can see a CTA or a call to action that's going to say, "Give me my quote," right? I can call you, I can message
Ooh,
you. I want to see that. I want to be
mhm.
visible. If I don't see you, I'm never going to give you my business because I do not
100%.
see you, right?
That's a
Visibility is
perfect
key.
segue. That's a perfect segue into this new update that LSA has. Tell them about this update that we noticed that Jay being out of office still is working and noticing things.
Yeah, so
Um,
now we're actually seeing that we can change the send a message or just a slot that said message to get a quote, and they're actually
Google.
customizing it.
It's
On
actually
Google Ads, we've been able to do that for a while. We've been able to add learn more and get quotes, call now, and different call to actions. Now LSA is providing that option because guess
they're
what?
testing it.
Not everyone thinks the same.
Right.
Not
Oh
everyone thinks
yeah.
the same. So
And
they're
you can't
also,
see it on everything, right? It's like if you
there you
do
go.
hardscapes, you
Yeah.
see it, but you won't see it on like window cleaning. Like I manage, we manage few window cleaning companies. We don't see it there, but we see it on hardscapes. And it's like Google is just changing the way that they're displaying things all the time. Another colleague of ours, Chris Blake, he sent me a message with a new view of the Google Business Profile. I'm like, I've never seen that before. That must be a Google test. We're seeing things on our end first, and then they roll back, and then they then release it, to the public. It's like it's very interesting how Google is deciding to show and display these updates. But with that being said, you never know where you're going to get that view and where you're going to get that customer. So it's better to be everywhere. And organics are so important to that as well. Like AI is pulling their stuff from organics, right? And then once you get to the website, guess what? You got a cookie on them and you can track them, and you got a pixel on them and you can track them. And then that's where ads come into play. So
Yeah.
it's like it's a very good ecosystem if you know how to use it.
That's right. You just mentioned something that I think is one of my pet peeves, tracking.
Hmm.
Tracking, you have to know what is going on your site, on your accounts, what's your data. I know sometimes tracking and it can get scary, right? But we don't see personal information. I don't see that, Stacy from San Diego is clicking on your ads. I just see, a female between this age and that age clicked on your ad in this location. That's all I see, right? It's nothing personal that we see. It's actually the data, right? And we on the Google Ad side, we utilize that when we do complementary strategies. And let me explain a little what a complementary strategy is for our users. So we have a client, let's say Autumn Dentistry, right? We have a client that is on local services ads, right? Guaranteed professional. We have the badge of trust. These people need more patients, right? They need their existing patients to come back for dental cleanings or to review um, for their yearly checkups and all of that, or also new patients, because obviously new money, new patients. Hello, always,
Hmm.
right? Want to
Hmm.
make sure of that. So we have this client onto platforms. Let's call it that. It's really essentially the same platform. We're just sisters working together. We have them on both platforms, the LSA and Google Ads. We utilize with them a Performance Max campaign to maximize their visibility as much as possible. We want to make sure that our clients are shown everywhere, right? If I did not have tracking for this company, I would not be able to do anything for them. I would just show ads to whoever wants a dental cleaning. That's
Hmm.
it. But is it the accurate person? Is it the
Right.
people within the demographic that my client is looking for? Is it the people that are interested in actually going to a new practice versus an existing practice, right? That's where tracking comes in. And some things can be tracked, some things can't be tracked, but we want to make sure that our clients understand it is super, super important to understand your data and to have an analyst that can sit with you and tell you, hey, over the last 30 days, the majority of your audiences came from male users between the age of 35 and 62, right? Your best performing city was this city. Or that city, or this zip code, or that zip code. And we're providing you the data because that's what we utilize to optimize, right? Why am I, if I know that males between 35 and 62 are the best people to convert, why am I going to show my ads and prioritize my ads to females 18 to 25? Will that make sense?
No, no.
Not
And
at all.
and right, it's like without those tracking scripts on websites, without enabling all of these resources that Google gives you, you're missing out. It's like you're shooting yourself in the foot if you don't do
Yeah.
it correctly. Um, yeah, I hear it all the time too. Clients are like, "No, I don't want Google to have my data. Oh no, I'm scared." it, they don't want it for malicious intent. It's really
Yeah.
about giving everybody a better experience, the user and the business owner, but primarily the user. They're willing to forgo ad dollars to give their users a great experience. And if you as a
Absolutely.
business owner aren't playing ball then you're going to be missing out. Why would they want to give you leads as a business owner that doesn't want to put scripts on, doesn't care about enabling message leads, doesn't care about this or that? I don't care about Google. No, I don't. What? Well, you're not going to get any business, Mr. Client or Mrs. Client. You need to really evolve your thinking to a 2025 marketing landscape. This isn't the 90s, this isn't 2005. This is legit big data that we
Yeah.
can manipulate and leverage. Like what are we even talking about here?
Yeah.
Do you
Let's
have do you have
also
emails? Let's get them.
There you go. So I was actually going to say it. You have your phone with you 24 hours a day. 24 hours a day. Whoever tells me they don't, you're lying to me, right? You have everything on your phone. You have your email, your messages. You need something. You'll go either to Facebook, right, and see an ad and do it. Once you see that, you go to Google. Where do you do it on? Your phone. Your phone is everything. Your phone tracks everything that you do, right? It's essentially the same thing. We want to make sure that our clients understand it's not, again, not used in malicious intent. It's to understand your audience and to better optimize your accounts to get a better profit because at the end of the
Mm-hmm.
day, money talks,
It's
right? So
true.
that's something huge, huge, huge that we have, and that's something that we can see on both platforms, both on LSA, on Google Ads, when we utilize Google Analytics as well, right? We
Mm,
want to make sure that we have that. And the way that we make here at OMG, our strategy works is by taking the data from one side of the house and reflecting that to the next, right? We work together and we work with your audiences, with your business, and just trying to make sure to see what fits. Right. And even if let's remove the LSA factor, right? If even if we don't have that LSA factor, if you're a company that you're not local service, that you're not an emergency service, and you're an e-commerce and let's say I have a dog, proud dog mom. You can see my chain. I'm constantly buying things for this dog, right? I am constantly being retargeted. I'm constantly using the shopping network. I'm
mhm,
constantly on these websites spending a necessary amount of money on this dog, right? And I'm constantly being retargeted. I'm constantly seeing ads. I'm constantly seeing retreats and doggy hotels and things like that. Would never take my dog there. I'm sorry, but still
mhm,
see it. I am retargeted because I am part of an audience because they have tracking and they have been able to say, oh, this female between the age of 25 and 35 is a dog mom. Let me go ahead
mhm,
and retarget
mhm.
her. So you see kind of like the connection
Sure.
that it
That is
makes
crazy.
and
That's
it's
insane.
it's it
It's a
it
little
is.
bit like
It's like,
ooh,
how do you
but
know that I want to buy him another toy? But let me
then
buy
like
that toy because you've retargeted me everywhere and you followed me
yeah,
everywhere. And guess what?
it's
I did it. I literally just did it last night. I can't,
it's
I
fun.
can't, I can't. It is what it is. But I was retargeted so many times by this one company, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna try it.
Now, yeah, that's okay, guys. That's okay. Don't feel bad for for spending your hard-earned
Absolutely
money in
not.
something
Yeah.
that you really want. That's the convenience, and that's great. That's something that our parents and grandparents would have loved and killed to have.
Yeah.
We're able to do this sitting, in completely different cities. Like we're far apart, and we're able to be on a call together talking about marketing and this call is going to be recorded and sent out to the internet, to YouTube, to Spotify, to all of the platforms. It's a brand new day, and we have to
Yeah.
evolve with it. My big brother, he doesn't want like AI to rule his life. They're scared about AI now, right? It's gonna come, and even Elon is saying that there's a 80-20 chance, so like 80% good, 20% Terminator, like Skynet type deal. But I think, it's here to give us convenience and give us
Mm-hmm.
an easier time, just like everything has happened with time, right? We're in a very, very interesting age, and I don't want to go back. I don't want to get ads that are not, right for me. Like, why would I want to see an ad for, something? for women. Like maybe to buy it for my wife, maybe if it's like Mother's Day's coming up, that's when I need to see
Purses,
women ad.
perfumes. Let's
Like
throw that
yeah,
in
like
there.
boom, 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 and I do it like on Instagram. Those are the things that like, damn, I gotta remember, I gotta do it, I gotta do it, and I do. It's amazing, like, but maybe not on Instagram because if I don't have my card on Instagram, I'll just go to Google where I do have my card, right? And then I convert on Google. It's the shopping campaigns, the social media brand awareness plays a
Mhm,
big role. You could do brand awareness with Google Ads. It's like you're describing yourself as a consumer. Like if someone were to give Google and Meta an email that is of a consumer with the same characteristics as you, they're going to be like, okay, we know what Alcira likes. Let's give this person the same kind of targeting. Like that's because this is working very well for Alcira. And now let's see if it works for Jane. Like it's
Yeah, it's all about tracking. It's all about
mhm.
understanding and reaching. You said something, reaching your audience, right? We want to make sure that we reach the correct audience. Why will I be retargeted for something with a cat? No, absolutely
And,
not.
and it's like
Right?
you're saving your ad dollars. You're being good stewards. We're
Hmm.
really good stewards of our clients' ad dollars because we know that comes hard with hard work. It comes with hard
Yeah.
work. So it's like back in the day, you had to pay God knows how much money to be in the yellow pages, right? And then you just hope somebody picks you from there. Same thing with a billboard. Same thing with a TV ad or a radio ad. It was ungodly amounts of money. Now this is pennies compared to that. Like
Yeah,
and
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 you
this
don't
is
really
even
see the
better.
return. You really don't. I actually come from business owners. I small business owners, but when I was growing up, my parents had a couple of stores and things like that. And I remember my siblings and I just writing down things and walking around the stores and like giving away handmade banners and things that we would do because honestly, it was so expensive and you never saw the return. You never knew how
Impossible.
those people are
Mhm.
going to actually come to the store and see you and you ask and they're like, I saw you. Oh, I just need
Right.
this. But now you can actually see that how many people are clicking on your ad, how many people are actually converting. If you're getting calls, if you're getting form fills, which is very important, look at your messages, look at your emails.
Totally.
Those are also conversions. Those are people that are interested in you and in your service, right? It's not the same as before, right? I love the
Mm-mm.
90s, best time of my life, right? I only thought about eating ice cream and playing with my cousins, but hey, we're in a completely different world. And just how everything is evolving with AI and now with tracking things and just being different, we as people have to evolve as well. I honestly use AI for absolutely everything. While, I am obviously ethnic, you guys can see, proud Nicaraguan. I have no idea how to cook Nicaraguan food. I will go to AI and ask it if my mom
Mm-hmm.
is not answering her phone, right? I will go, hey, how do I cook this? Hey, how do I do this? Hey, how do I do that? And a lot of people do that. I can't wait to actually be able to post ads there and
Mm-hmm.
and and be able to get more people in because we do see that and we see the difference and I see my 12-year-old nephew that he'll try to figure something out and say I can't get it. Let me his AI is I think it's Toby or Tony or something like that and he will
Mm-hmm.
go and ask Tony, and Tony will say this, and this is what you have to do. Right? So we see that evolution and we have to do it as well. We have to just not be afraid of venturing out, not be afraid of playing around with your marketing dollars because at the end of the day, you pay to play, right? And you play to win. Nobody wants to be a loser, guys, right?
That's
We
right.
want to make sure that we're always positioning us appropriately. We're getting you to that audience. You are on every single slot possible. I cannot emphasize that enough, right? Work on your organics, have a Google Ads presence, work on your LSA, local services. You guys should not be on LSA. We need you there, right? Because as users, as consumers, the first slot that you see. If you think about a towing industry, right? Which thank goodness Florida native have never been
Mhm.
needed a tower, but hey, it could happen. I'm gonna go with the first tower I see. right? Especially if I'm going south to Miami on 95 and I get stuck, absolutely not waiting. I am getting the first one. And who's going to
Sure.
be the first one? LSA. It's no longer Google Ads. So we need to be positioned everywhere possible.
That's right. Pay to play and play to win.
That's
That's
right.
right. That's right. Let's end on that because I like that. And guys, if you want to learn more about advertising, marketing, digital advertising, marketing, this is the best time to do it. Never before have we seen so many people online and so many diversified avenues of getting you money. So give us a call. Let us help you make some more ad dollars into real dollars. All right. Thank you, LC. Great job. Appreciate you. Jay, you're the man. And thank you, everybody, for sticking around and listening. Till next time.